Hey, shalom, family. At this time, may the peace of y'all be with each and every one of you brothers. Shabbat shalom, each and every one of you. I'm going to do another video to show you, brother, the last Messiah, and show you that the last Messiah that the Hebrews had is still dead, brother and sisters. And so I'm going to show you the Messiah that is in chapter 9 of Daniel, but his real name is DANIYAH, the prophet of Yah, brother and sisters. So we're going to read that. I'm going to read some information that they may see these things and how many people claim that in this prophecy Daniel was talking about, this was the Messiah. No, this was the last Messiah. And you're going to know his name that was given to the people, the Hebrew people of Yada. You're going to see these things plain and simple, brother and sister. People have been twisting scriptures for a long time. They've been lying. They twisted the scriptures to come up with the New Testament and give you a false Messiah. This is what they done, brother. So I'm going to show you time in and time again, from all different angles, how that Messiah was false. And this is the last Messiah. This was the last Messiah. Because in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, plainly tell you when the next Messiah is going to be given. Plainly tell you when I had one brother comment and said that was the second coming. No, that wasn't the second coming. If you read everything in full detail, you will plainly see. If I had time to go there, I'm going to go there and show you and read it. That was the first coming of this Messiah. Brother and sisters. There wasn't no Messiah 2,000 years ago. So let's get into, because even the prophet Daniel plainly showed you that that Messiah died and never rose again on the third day. Because that's what the claim they have, and they tell you, brothers and sisters, in the New Testament, that the Messiah died and rose again and went about talking to his disciples and then went into heaven and sitting on the right hand side of the Father. That's further from the truth. Let's get into this right now. Daniel reads. It say, in the first year of Darius, the son of Ahasuerus of the Median descent. See, this Darius was from the Median descent, who was made king over the kingdom of the Chaldeans. I'm reading this right now from 1 to 10, then we'll go to 25 to 26. Because in this, you see the confession that Daniel got and repeated from Leviticus 26, brothers and sisters. This is the confession I told you, the confession I gave unto you, brothers and sisters, and said, the confession we must make in order for Abiyah to turn his face back to us and remember the land. Daniel recited this in a time when it was in Babylon, brothers and sisters. So let's get into this. It said, in the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, observed in the books and the numbers of the years, which was revealed as the word of Yah to Yah, the prophet. See, this word came to Yah, this prophet, Daniel, read in the book and understood. He said he observed in the book the number of the years, which was revealed as a word of Yah to Yah, the prophet, for the completion of the desolation of Yah Shalom, namely 70 years. So keep that in mind. That's very important right here. He said, I gave my attention to Yah Barah to seek him by prayer and supplications. You see that? With fasting and sackcloth and ashes. He said, and I prayed to Yah my Barah and confessed. He said he prayed to Abiyah and confessed and said, Alice, O Yah, which is Yah's our righteousness, shall cry, O Yah, the great and awesome Barah, who is the creator, who keep his covenant and loving kindness for those who love him and keep his commandments. He said, we have sinned and committed iniquity and acted wickedly, and rebelled, and even turned aside from your commandments and ordinance. He said, moreover, we have not listened to your servants, the prophets. You see that? It's the prophets, brothers and sisters. Many of our brothers today don't listen to. That's why we're in this rut even longer than we could be out of it, brothers and sisters. Because our people don't have the knowledge, we've been lied to, and so this, I'm bringing this so it can clear these things up to you that you may understand these things, who we must listen to. Even in DANIYAH time period, he knew with the prophets they must listen to. That's what the ones they turned their ear from, and why they got into that situation and went into Babylon. Let's read it. He said, moreover, we have not listened to your servants, the prophets. Remember what Isaiah said, if not according to the laws of prophets, there is no truth in these people. Even today, that still stands. If it's not according to the law and the prophet, there's no truth in these people. I never told them to listen to somebody called apostles or anything like that. It was the law and the prophets. It said, moreover, we have not listened to your servants, the prophets, who spoke in your name, to our kings and our princes and our fathers, see, and all the people of the land. See, the prophets spoke to everyone. 7, it's a righteousness belongs to you, O Yah, but to us open shame. See, he admitting their wrongs. He was doing this confession for himself and for the whole nation. Because it takes one that must understand these prophecies, understand the commands of Yah, the instructions of Yah, to follow, to carry us out for the people to be delivered. Everybody in the family, in the nation, the ones calling themselves teachers, and do not know the words of Yah, and do not follow the words of Yah. Many of these people that call themselves teachers and set themselves up as leaders, they don't know these things. They don't take it to heart and consider. Their mind wasn't open to these things. So how could they teach you something they don't know themselves? Let me read. It says, moreover, we have not listened to your servants, the prophets, who spoke in your name to our kings, our prince, our fathers, our princes, our fathers, and all the people of the land. If the righteousness belongs to you, O Yah, but to us open shame. As it is this day to the men of Yada, the inhabitants of Yashalon. You see that? It said, as it is to the men of Yada, the inhabitants of Yashalon, and all Yezreel Yah, those who are nearby and those who are far away in all the countries to which you have driven them because of their unfaithful deeds which they have committed against you. You see that? Nobody else but Yah. 8. It's an open shame belong to us, O Yah, to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, because we have sinned against you. To our Yah, our Barah, belongs compassion and forgiveness, for we have rebelled against him. Nor have we opened the voice of Yah, nor have we obeyed the voice of Yah, our Barah, to walk in his teachings, which he set before us through his servants, the prophets. You see that? The teachings came through the prophet, the warner, to keep the laws, the kings, the priests, the Levites, all of them, and all the common people, all the people. The prophets warned them to keep the laws, but they rebelled. See, that was the great falling away, brothers and sisters, at that time. And then when they went back into the land, they fell away again. And Yah expelled them. And we are the seed of the one that been expelled, even captivity today. And still known today as captives all over the earth. As I read that, I'm going to go to 25, to 26, verse 26 of the same chapter. That was DANIYAH confession, brothers and sisters, right there to Yah. The pleading on the people, pleading for the people right there to be released. And Yah released them at the end of that 70 years, brothers and sisters. But at this time, Yah didn't put a specific year. He said for many days that we were going to be captives, without a king, without a high priest. Yes, a brother just coming to me again, think we have a high priest. And I had to tell him, in love, that we don't have no high priest. That's why people say we have a high priest in captivity, because they don't know the prophecies. Somebody lied to them. Yes, people we trust lied to us, brothers and sisters. Because some of the people we trust, they don't have the knowledge. Anybody would say we have a high priest, we have a king, we have a Messiah at this time, don't even know the scriptures of Yah. I'll be honest, all of these things we would not have while we're in captivity. We're on the way we're punished. We won't have the blessings, we have the curses. We only right now is under our Yah mercy. And only the remnant really gonna really experience the real mercies of Yah at the end. So it's right here, brothers and sisters. It said 25. Let me read 24 to 26. It say 70 weeks have been decreed for your people and your Kodesh city to finish the transgression, to make an end of sin, to make atonement for the iniquities, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up the vision and prophecy, to the anointed, the most Kodesh place, to the anointed, the most Kodesh place. 25. So you are to know and to discern that from the issuing of a decree to restore, and the rebuilding of Yashalom until the Messiah, the Prince, there will be 7 weeks. See, it's telling you until this Messiah come, and the issuing of this decree to restore is given by the Messiah. See, let me read it. And so you are to know and discern that from the issuing of the decree to the restore and rebuild Yashalom until the Messiah, the Prince, there will be 7 weeks. See, the 70 weeks are the 70 years that was prophesied. Then this Messiah that was going to issue this decree to restore Yashalom, the temple, will come. Let me keep reading. And 62 weeks it will be rebuilt again. See? Then it said the issuing came on the 70 weeks. Excuse me. The issuing of the decree came by the Messiah in the 70 year of the exile was the completion. 62 years later, the temple was built again with plazas and moats, and even in times of distress. See, in times of trouble, the temple was rebuilt. 62 years later. Then he said, then after the 62 years weeks, see, then after the 62 years that the temple was rebuilt, the Messiah would be cut off and have nothing. You see that? And the people and the prince who is to come will destroy the city and the temple right there. See, they say the sanctuary, but it's the temple. And it end will come with a flood, and even to the end there will be war. Desolation are determined. See? So keep that in mind, brother and sisters. Don't you know when that temple was destroyed? That's when everybody was put out of that land once and for all. Never been back since that time period. And before that time period, the last Messiah died. There was never no Messiah from the time of this Messiah right here. And he died. So from there, let me go to Ezra. Ezra, chapter 1, verse 1 to 8. Give me a moment. I got to locate it in this book. I don't know exactly where it's at. Let me see. Let me get it. Give me a moment. We go to Ezra. This is not the particular scripture I was studying from earlier. So give me a moment. I'm going to locate it. Let me get to Ezra. Give me a moment. I'm going to get there. So, in the meantime, think about these things, brothers and sisters. Think about these things, about that last Messiah died. And I'm almost there. Because it's very important to have this knowledge. I'm almost there, brothers and sisters. 4:30, okay. I'm going to chapter 1. Ezra. Chapter 1 of Ezra read. It said, now in the first year of Cyrus the king of Persia, in order to fulfill the words of Yah by the mouth of Yah, keep that in mind, Yah stirred up a spirit in Cyrus of Persia. And you're going to see plainly that this Cyrus, king of Persia, the one of Yah stirred up the spirit was our last Messiah that was given to save, to deliver. See, that's what a Messiah would do, to deliver the people of Yah, and that was Abiyah's plans. Let me keep reading. So that he sent proclamation. Remember I said about the proclamation throughout all his kingdom. And also put it in writing. See, he made this announcement. Let me keep reading. Thus says, excuse me, thus said, I'm about to say thus says Yah, but thus says Cyrus, king of Persia, Yah, the Bara of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth. You see that? Yah has put all the kings of the earth under his rule. The king of Persia, a Shemite. And he has appointed me, see this appointed, he's appointed, which he's been anointed by Yah, appointed me to build him a house in Yashalom, which is in Yada. You get that, brothers and sisters? It's right there. That was appointment by Yah. Yah appointed this one. This was the last Messiah that we had. And this Messiah came from Persia. But he was a Shemite. From the same seed line, real close. But he wasn't even from Yada or Yezreel Yah. And this was the last one we had. The Abiyah appointed him to do this right here. And then you're going to hear from the mouth of the prophets as well as this is one. So let me keep reading. He said, wherever there is among you of all his people, may his Barah be with him. Let him go up to Yashalom, which is in Yada, and rebuild the house of Yah. See that? Beit Yah. And Barah of Yezreel Yah, he is the Barah who is in Yashalom. And every savior, and every survivor at whatever place he may live, let the men of that place support him with silver and gold, and with possessions and cattle, together with free will offering for the house of Barah, which is in Yashalom. Verse 5. Then the heads of the father of the household of Yada, Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites arose. You see that? Even everyone whose spirit Barak had stirred up to go up and rebuild the house of Yah, which is in Yashalom, and all those about them encouraged them with articles of silver and with gold and with possessions and with cattle and with valuables, aside from all that was given as a free will offering. Also King Cyrus brought out the articles of the house of Yah, which Nebuchadnezzar had carried away from Yashalom, from Yashalom, and put it in the house of his Elohims. You get that? And Cyrus, king of Persia, had them brought out by the hand of Mithridath, the treasurer, and he counted them out to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Yada. And now this was their number. I'm not going to get into all the numbering of all the articles they recovered, brothers and sisters, but this was King Cyrus. Some translators say Koresh. Maybe that's his correct name. Cyrus or Koresh, either one. But Koresh, so you're going to know what I'm talking about. It's which one they got a translation as Koresh in the King James Version. Brothers and sisters, this was the king at that time. With that, I'm going to go to Isaiah to give you proof from the prophet of Yah once again concerning this Cyrus, Koresh, depending on what translation you have. 44 and verse 28 reads. Half of this is torn out. Hand me one of the other translations. Turn to 44:28. part of my translation right here is tore out right here. But I'll begin to read it. In 44:28 reads, "It is I who say Koresh, he is my shepherd, and he will perform all my desire, and he declares of Yashalom." Okay, let me go. I need to get another translation real quick. This one's kind of tore out of it. So 44:28 reads, "Thus saith Koresh, he is my shepherd." Oh, excuse me. That saith Koresh, he is my shepherd, and shall perform all of my pleasure. Even saying to Yashalom, you shall be rebuilt, and to the temple, the foundation shall be laid. With that, I'm going to 45, verse 1, and it reads, "Thus saith Yah to his anointed." See, his anointed. The word anointed in Hebrew is Masiyah. So he said, "Thus saith Yah to his anointed." That's the stamp and seal on it right there. Those who don't believe, you don't believe none of the scriptures. So I'm not talking about you. Anybody want to rebuttal or contradict anything Abiyah said, I'm not talking about you. You false. But this is right here. It says, "Thus saith Yah to his anointed, to Koresh, to Cyrus." See, it was interchangeable, whatever, depending on what chance. It's still talking about the same king of Persia, who right hand I have holding, to subdue nations before him. You see that? Which he took down Babylon. He said, "And I will loosen the loins of the kings, and to open before him the two-leaf gates, and the gates shall not be shut." You get that, brothers and sisters? Let me read verse 13. They're still talking about Koresh. He said, "I have raised him up in righteousness, and I will direct all of his ways, and he shall build my city." You see that? "And he shall let go my captives, and not for price nor for reward, saith Yah of hosts." And that's exactly what he did. He didn't ask for nothing from Yah, and he gave free will to Yah. Yes. And this man came from Persia, brothers and sisters. And he was anointed. He was the Messiah of Yah of that time, and that was the last Messiah we had, and he died, brothers and sisters, and didn't even come from the family of Yezreel, Yada, brothers and sisters. But Abiyah used him, and he did exactly what Abiyah told him to do. And he made that decree, and went out, brothers and sisters. And this is what I have for you. You must learn to obey Yah, brothers and sisters. Everything. I had something else I wanted to read to you. Let me see if it's in this particular video or not. Let me see, did I write it in my other video that I'm going to do later? It's I'm going to bring it forth then. Okay, it's something that DANIYAH wanted to show you while I was there. Because DANIYAH made this confession before Yah. Now that is established. When they said that was the Messiah, is back who they call Jesus or Yahushua or whoever, there was no such thing. Yes, it's people in the Hebrew names was Yahshua back in the day. Matter of fact, it was a man named Yahshua, the high priest. That matter of fact, Yahshua, the high priest that came up with Zerubbabel to rebuild the temple, was the last high priest we had. So I add that to this. So we saw our last high priest, brother, sister, was in that picture too. So right here, I want to show you something on the words, because he made this confession to Yah. And verse 19 read, of chapter 9 of DANIYAH reads, "O Yah, hear, O Yah, forgive. O Yah, listen and take action. For your own sake, O my Barak, do not delay, because your city and your people are called by your name." You get that, brother and sister? And that was the end, the conclusion of his confession to Yah. See, that's how, if you want to ever know the name of the Creator, it's simple, brother and sister. Look in the names of the prophets and find out what was the name of the original name of the capital city. Obviously, it was Yashalom. It had Abiyah's name. And Abiyah people, just like example, Yahshua was one of his messiahs that came and rebuilt the second temple. Well, he wasn't a messiah. He was one of Yahshua was a high priest. But it was a Yahshua that went and led them into the Canaan land to conquer the Canaan land. That was the Yahshua that was a Messiah. But he did too. See, that's where they got them names from, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. So it's right here. So I added a little bit extra to this video to show you the name of the Creator. He said, Abiyah said, even in captivity we wouldn't know his name. That's why our ancestors came with Kumbaya. With that I say Shabbat Shalom.